So Manchester United has won 3 games successfully in a row for the first time under Ruben Amorim, and Manchester United are beginning to play some kind of exciting kind of football. And this is probably the first time we are seeing Manchester United play in a very exciting and entertaining way, apart from the long ball system and the direct system that Ruben Amorim has recently invented at Manchester United. So in today's analysis and today's video, we're going to be talking about how Manchester United are beginning to evolve, how they are beginning to change a lot of system, because you could actually remember last season that Manchester United were very static, were very predictable in most of our attacking sequences, our defensive sequences, in the way we wanted to play. Manchester United were very static, but you're going to find out that this season Manchester United are beginning to play in a very different way. We are playing in an evolving way. So definitely today we are going to be talking about definitely long balls, because it is part of what Manchester United has been doing in the past 3 games, especially in the Sunderland and the Liverpool game. So guys, let's actually start to talk about the long balls and how Manchester United were able to manipulate the whole situation of the Brighton game. So firstly, that Manchester United wants to play from the back. Definitely we want to split 2 defenders wide, and then delete goes into the midfield and forms like a pivot with Casemiro. So the Manchester United has like the possession box that Ruben Amorim likes to form. But here's the dilemma. Ruben Amorim forms a possession box, but we actually don't play through the back. So what Manchester United looks to do is that we try to go direct, and then probably when we shuffle the ball towards the back line, then Manchester United goes long through St. Lemans. So when we go long, you're going to find out that in the clip you're seeing, Bruno Fernandes is not found in the clip. He's not part of the build-up. So where is Bruno Fernandes? Definitely Bruno Fernandes is kept close to the front three. So what Ruben Amorim does is that the logic behind putting a centre back in the possession box is actually to push a midfielder forward, and so this midfielder is actually going to help in winning those second balls and winning, and this midfielder that goes or being pushed further up is going to help Manchester United during transition. And Bruno Fernandes is that midfielder. He's been asked to go much further up the pitch, be close to the front three of Manchester United, be close to Sesko, be close to Mbeumo, be close to Sesko Cunha. So if you also look at the stats of Manchester United, you're going to find out that both Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes are very close to the front three. So what Ruben Amorim looks to achieve was that he actually looks to bring this midfield pivot of Manchester United close to the front three, so that Manchester United can be able to win the second balls, and then we can be very direct whenever we try to play on the loose ball. So this is how Ruben Amorim has been able to play using this long ball system, using this direct ball system. So what he does is that he pushes the midfielders very high for them to be close to the front three. Then Manchester United can be able to win the second balls. Then we can be able to be dangerous when we are playing against our opposition. So this was the way Manchester United was able to play against Brighton, and it actually really worked, even though it is not perfect. But you're going to find out that Manchester United has, you have gotten the base, you have gotten the foundation in which you are going to be working on when we play in our previous game that is coming up. So guys, sorry for interrupting this video. I want to reach 1k subscribers before the end of next week. So if you can kindly subscribe to Tactical Trafford, it will be really appreciated. I want you guys to smash on that subscribe button and subscribe to Tactical Trafford. So another thing we actually want to talk about concerning the Brighton game tactically is that you're going to find that Ruben Amorim is beginning to evolve a lot. And when we talk about Ruben Amorim evolve, you're going to find out that last season Manchester United were very static. It seems like the players were lost most of the times, which is normal because Ruben Amorim just came mid-season November, and it was impossible for him to implement his system without having a proper pre-season. So Manchester United were going through a lot of dilemmas, a lot of ups and downs, but you're going to find out that this season there's sort of been a kind of stability, is kind of smooth groove as Manchester United are beginning to win games. We are beginning to see the good parts, we are beginning to see the good sequences that Ruben Amorim is beginning to implement in the team. And so we are going to be starting at the left flank. There's this positional freedom that Ruben Amorim is beginning to bring into Manchester United, and this positional freedom is actually found both in the left and the right hand side, but we are going to be starting in the left hand side in the case of this video. So firstly, you're going to find out that one of the positional freedom you're going to be seeing in this Ruben Amorim system is that Sesko Cunha is going to hug the touchline, and then Diego Dalot, which is the left wing back, is going to invert into the midfield. So the essence of him inverting it to the midfield is going to actually help whenever Shaw, presses high into the midfield or presses high to track Ruta or any Brighton's player. Is going to help Diego Dalot to help Manchester United defensively, to cover those half spaces, to also apply pressure on the midfielders of Brighton just in case they want to start a quick counter, a quick transition. And another reason why Diego Dalot invert into the midfield is that it's going to help Casemiro to invert into those wide zones. It's going to help Casemiro to move into these wide zones, to operate into the wide zone. And this actually tells you that Ruben Amorim is beginning to make Manchester United to be a very dangerous team, because just imagine us having players other than Dalot and Casemiro in that position. You're going to find out that Manchester United is also going to be more dangerous. And if you start to look about how Manchester United are going to build long term in the future, you're going to find out that if Manchester United puts more better players with more better qualities and skill sets in these positions, Manchester United is also going to be very, very dangerous. And during the time of Erik ten Hag and even also during the time of Amorim, we are going to find out that Manchester United we are having a lot of spaces in the midfield. It was very easy for the midfield of the opposition team to penetrate. But with this kind of positional freedom and with this kind of rotation, it's really hard for them to, groove past the Manchester United midfield very easily. And also this positional freedom also helps the opposition team it makes it difficult for them to be able to track the players of Manchester United, be it Dalot, Casemiro, Cunha. Because of this positional awareness of the players and because of this positional rotation, they occupy different positions at different sequences in the match. It's going to make the opposition team to be lost. They are going to be, lost in thoughts about which player they are going to track in the team. So one of the evolution we also saw in the Brighton game tactically is actually the use of the wide central backs. Ruben Amorim is beginning to actually evolve, and the central backs are also beginning to evolve and try to adapt to the system of Ruben Amorim. I could remember last season that the wide central backs of Manchester United were finding it really hard to step up. We are really finding it really hard to adapt to the system and the demands of Ruben Amorim. But this season they are becoming more brave and courageous, and it was a very impressive game from Leniero and Luke Shaw, because they were being used literally as full backs and not as central backs. So just like if you look at the left side of the pitch, you're going to find out that there are situations whereby, for example, Amad Diallo and Brian Mbeumo are going to be, having some kind of 1-2 on the touchline, and then probably Casemiro then joins, and then there are like 3 on the right side of the pitch. You're going to find out that there are situations whereby Leniero is just going to stuck in there. Not that he's going to, make some kind of overlapping runs or try to run behind them or make some kind of, heavy runs towards them. But he's just going to stuck in there, just going to be behind them. He's just there to form this pentagon shape, this pentagon position box, just to recycle possession, to win possession high as much as possible, to create high turnover, to sustain pressure. So this is the reason for using the central backs as fullback, because they are going to be helping Manchester United to, have more men compared to the opposition team. It's going to make us to win possession as much as possible, because definitely we are going to outcrowd the Brighton players at that particular segment of the pitch. And also on the left side of the pitch, it was the same. There were situations whereby Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, Sesko Cunha and Diego Dalot are also going to be stuck in the left hand side of the pitch. So what Luke Shaw is going to just do is just to stuck in between them. He's going to be operating literally as a left back. He's going to just be there to create this pentagon shape, to try to hold the way, try to win possession as much as possible, try to control possession, try to also sustain pressure and create high turnovers. So this was what these fullbacks were used in the Brighton game to do. They were used as fullbacks and they were used to try to maintain the tempo of the game. And also, if you're moving back to the right hand side, this was basically what Ruben Amorim wanted to do in the Manchester United team, using his wide central backs as fullbacks. And one of the reasons he did that, because Manchester United last season, it was easy for the opposition team to drive through our midfield. It was easy for midfielders to manipulate our press. So using the wide central backs as fullbacks are actually going to make it very hard for the opposition team to build up. Whenever they want to build up, definitely Euro, like you see in the picture, is going to actually step up and win those balls, and Manchester United is also going to create turnovers or a dangerous attacking sequence. So that's also one of the reasons for using wide central backs as fullbacks, because they are going to help to make it very difficult for the opposition team to build up. Manchester United are also going to outcrowd them at the both sides of the pitch. So guys, Ruben Amorim is beginning to evolve as the manager of Manchester United, and we are beginning to see the results and the evolution that he creates in Manchester United as Manchester United are beginning to win more games. So I want you guys to drop your thoughts on the comment section. I want you guys to like, to share, to subscribe to Tactical Trafford, as I'll be making more tactical analysis on the game against Manchester United and Brighton. I want you guys to subscribe to my channel. See you guys in my next video. Ciao.